What's going on, guys? It's the Film and Everything Podcast. We're back again. This is our third episode over the weekend. We got a lot of stuff we wanted to cover. Today we're going to talk about the Watchmen finale and the Watchmen show as a whole. We caught up to it. We started it, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Yeah, and we finished it, Thursday?
We caught up to it by
Thursday.
Saturday.
No.
We finished it Saturday, and then we were ready for Sunday night.
No, then I don't think we started Tuesday then.
Like Tuesday, yeah.
And it didn't take us that long to catch up.
Or maybe we started Wednesday, and then we saw Thursday, and then we saw Saturday.
We started Wednesday because we skipped Friday.
Yeah. So we were recommended this show by a follower of ours. I believe this is _Riley. Thank you so much for the show suggestion. We're going to shout you out on Instagram and stuff like that when we put this episode up. So thank you for the show recommendation. We were talking on the comments section. He told us to check it out. He really wants to see our review on it. And we noticed the show was really popular and everybody. Yeah. So we're like, all right, we'll jump in on it. And we caught up to it pretty quickly. Because we've been watching Mr. Robot and all that. So we've been hooked on that. So let's get to it. Watchmen takes place like 30 years after the film and the novel, I believe.
But I think it's based off a graphic novel.
I
read something about a graphic novel.
It's not an adaptation of the graphic novel because that's the movie.
Thing, yeah.
So it's taking place the 30 years after that. That's what.
Yeah, because it mentions all of the movie. I noticed
the creator said that it's 30 years after that because he didn't want to get into that. Damon Lindelof.
I read supposedly that, I don't know if it's true or not, but he did the ending of Lost.
Maybe.
Damn, because I watched Lost. I don't know.
Yeah. This discussion, guys, is going to be spoiler. We're going to just, obviously, because it's kind of hard to get into it without...
and we binged it.
We binged it to catch up and discuss this with you guys at a good time. So, Watchmen. People were before we got into the show, people were praising the show, saying it's the golden age of television.
Best show of the year, right?
Best show of the year, like game changer, revolutionary. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. There was literally articles on the show giving it this amount of hype. And I gotta tell you, we finished it and we binged it, and we saw like 2 episodes here, then 3 episodes the next day, and gave us time to think. And I don't know, man. To be honest, the show to me I think is a little overhyped. I think it's a solid show.
Yeah.
It's not a bad show. I think it's really well done and everything. I love the soundtrack. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, they're amazing. I love what they do. Anything they do, I'm all for it.
And it was shot really well.
I don't know. I think this show, it's a solid show, but I'm not sold on the fact that it's this revolutionary game changer.
Yeah.
I don't see it. And I didn't want to. I went into the show with that amount of hype behind it, and I didn't want to let that hype get to me too much. So I went in there. I was like, all right, let's just watch it. Let me see what this is all about. I don't know. I remember telling you we were around halfway through. We were on episode 4, because I usually give it. And that's when I realized we're at the halfway mark. And I'm not feeling this show. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't sure what the tone it was going for.
Yeah.
Some of the acting is great. I like Regina Hall. Is that her name?
I thought it was King. Regina
King or something. She plays Night Sister. I think she's really good in this.
I think it's Regina King or
Regina Hall, something like that.
I think it's King. I don't know.
We'll have to check. But I thought she was great in this. Mirror Glass was his character was really cool.
Wait, was it Mirror or Looking?
Looking Glass, yeah, Looking Glass, yeah. Mirror was the what's her name? I forgot her name now.
I saw the FBI chick.
Yeah, you see, and I really wanted to. I was zoned in on this show. I was really just trying to. I wanted to like it. I wasn't going into it, wanting to hate it or anything. I don't hate it. I think it's a solid show. To be honest, I just think it's overhyped. I don't know. I don't know. I remember watching the movie, and I didn't want to watch the movie before talking about this, but we didn't have time again because we so many shows.
Because Zack Snyder has thing with these director cuts. Like
yeah, and the movie's like 3 hours long, so we didn't have time to watch it. But I remember for the most part the movie in that style, and that's something that's always stuck with me as Watchmen. This is again, it's a completely different thing. It's 30 years after that, etc. There are some returning characters from the film, you know. I just wasn't feeling this show. It's not that it's poorly made or anything. I think it's well done.
Yeah,
I think it's
well
shot
done.
really well. The music is great. Most of the acting is well done. I didn't like. Man, try to pull up on your phone.
Oh, my phone just died.
Your phone just died?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I can't even remember. I know Regina, she's Knight's sister, which is Angela.
Angela Abar.
Abar. Blake is her name. Agent Blake.
Yeah, that's her.
Let me double check.
No, she's Blake. She's Blake.
Let me see. Watchmen cast.
She's Blake.
The
mirror guy or looking glass.
Okay, so we got Angela Abraham, Regina King. Yeah, it is Regina King. Looking Glass is Tim Blake Nelson. Jean Smart is Agent. Yeah, she's just literally just Agent Blake. Okay, so, and she's one of the, again, because it's been a while since I've seen the movie. She's one of the heroes from the film, from the graphic novel. 30 years later, she's an FBI agent. She hunts down vigilantes, etc. I didn't like her character, Agent Blake. I thought she was a little pushy. I loved Regina King in this. I was with it.
No, she did really.
I liked the whole mystery of where the show started with the chief being hung and and all that. One of the talks about this show, I guess that it turned off some people by it, is that it has a political commentary. Other people are saying that the political commentary is applied. It's just expanded more based off the novel, because the novel's always been, I guess, it had politics in it. I don't remember, so I can't really say whether it is or not. But some people were saying that this show is just too leaning on that rather than just focusing on the show itself. I don't know, because again, we got to rewatch the movie. I didn't read the graphic novel. I can understand why people would think that, because it's basically essentially about the KKK attacking
7th Cavalry.
They're called 7th Cavalry here,
Yeah,
but they're basically the KKK, and so you already know that's going to be a lot of political commentary on what's going on now and all that. So that was one thing, and I was fine with it. It was. I don't know. I just didn't buy into the show. I really didn't. I thought there would be more to it, but then I was like, oh, so this is just like a race show, with a lot of political commentary in it, and it's a Watchmen show, But I don't know. I just didn't buy into the show. I didn't think everybody was calling it like a masterpiece. It's like people were calling it like miracle on television. I mean, people were praising it to like. I didn't see it. I really didn't. I loved Regina King. I thought she was great as Knight's sister. She really sold her character. Agent Blake, though, I didn't buy it. I thought she was a little too pushy on the lines.
I feel like she was a little too much.
She was a little too pushy. There was like a line where she's like, "I eat good guys for breakfast," and I was like, "What?
Yeah, like,
you what?"
Like there's, I don't know. There's some actresses that can pull it off. I feel like the way she was like.
But even the dialogue too, I was like, "Eat good guys for breakfast."
Yeah, I don't know what that. I don't know. I didn't buy into her type of character.
Every scene that she had, she was just like talking down to someone, and after a while, you're just kind of like, okay, we get it. You're like a badass, like you're like this tough character, but it's coming off too strong. Regina King, however, she's a badass character, but she's still. There's more to her than just that. She's not every scene just trying to talk down to every person.
Yeah.
And try to like make herself seem better than anyone else. She still had vulnerabilities, and she was like more of a character. Agent Blake just kind of came off way too strong.
Blake kind of does nothing.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be more into the issue with Angela being arrested and her.
That kind of went away.
But that whole plot just kind of sidelined about her grandfather.
I don't know, because I feel like they set up some things
that didn't get resolved.
Yeah.
The grandfather will.
The grandfather.
And she was helping him. Blake found that out. They ratted her out. Yes, Looking Glass set her up because of the...
but it didn't go back into that.
But it didn't go back into that. Next thing, after that, it was the finale.
Yeah.
And the finale, it's Looking Glass there helping Blake get out. He explains to her what he did. And then they saved the day because, what's her name?
I thought that...
What's the...
Dr. Manhattan?
No, the villain.
Which one?
The daughter, that made the machine to become Dr. Manhattan.
No, it's not Beyond. Beyond's the mother.
Beyond is
I don't know, man. There's so many they have names.
Damn it, where is she here? I can't find her name now. Are you kidding me?
Wasn't it? I don't know. I don't remember.
Let me see.
It's a lot of names.
Watchmen cast, full cast. It was
She's not on the cast.
I'm trying to find it, but it's not. Let me see.
I'm trying to remember.
Are you serious right now?
Whatever. She's the one who made the machine.
Yeah, who wants to become Dr. Manhattan. She clones people. She cloned her own mother. She sends I can't even say his name. Alzian, the blonde guy from the original movie.
Adrian Voight.
Adrian, yeah. In the Watchmen, in the cast list, it's like a really long name. But yeah, Adrian Voight or whatever.
His thing didn't really go anywhere either.
It was the past. It was building up to the finale, basically.
But I don't know. I thought that planet was gonna be something like really cool. That it was just Dr. Manhattan made it, and he kind of like tricked him.
That's what he wanted, and he just sent him there.
Yeah.
But then he didn't realize that he would. He says it in the beginning, like he loved it, but then
he thought it was a paradise, but then
after a long, he was going crazy there.
Yeah, because it's nothing.
Which was fine.
He doesn't really do anything though.
Yeah, no.
He kind of just goes back and.
I don't know. The show starts off fine. The chief gets hung. Everything's fine. So that's the mystery. And then the grandfather, who was the one in the Tulsa riots, which started the whole show. Then it goes into Blake. That's when Blake comes in. They're trying to figure out the investigation. Blake is kind of onto her. Angela finds out that the chief had a dark past as well. His grandfather or something had was part of the KKK, the Cyclops. Everything leads to that. So it starts going into that. Angela takes those nostalgia pills. So it's a whole episode on that, giving the origin story of her grandfather.
Yeah, he was Hooded Justice.
He was Hooded Justice, one of the first vigilantes, etc. She survives. The villain of the show, I can't remember her name again, saves her. We find out that Dr. Manhattan is in Tulsa, etc. Find then the big plot, the big twist is Angela's husband is Dr. Manhattan, which I'm kind of glad that was a thing because I was like, dude, this guy does nothing. There must be a reason why they have him just sidelined. He's literally just there. It's too cliche. You know what I mean? He's just there, with the book and playing with the kids. I was
waiting for him to have the little a robe on with his arms crossed. Where's my wife?
I don't know. So it was funny, and then I had got spoiled on Instagram because I saw that scene of him, and I was like, oh, I guess he's Dr. Manhattan. But it was fine, and then that was the big twist.
That was a good twist.
That was a cool twist. I thought they did that really well. When she's like, we're in fucking trouble, and she smashes his head to get the thing out. That was cool. Then it's the finale, And
that's it. Yeah, it is kind of true, because I know Dr. Manhattan, I think the movie was the same way. He doesn't really do much with his power.
Yeah, he has it, but
he's lazy with it.
He leaves to Mars, or he's
lazy with it. He doesn't want to do anything with it.
And then I don't know. I'm just not in on this show. Honestly, it's a solid show. I don't know. Do you feel the same way or?
I liked it. It was like there. I don't know. I thought the finale was kind of like I liked the way it ends.
Underwhelming.
It was kind of underwhelming. It wasn't really like.
I thought there was some. I feel like there were still things left to be discussed. Like
yeah, they
the
forgot.
grandfather still killed the chief.
They kind of forgot about that.
Angela was set up. Like she wasn't set up, but they caught her covering him. Yeah, but then Blake arrests Adrian for something he did 30 years ago. But what about Angela? Like, she was covering up for the chief's death. Like, there's still some things that are like, okay, are they just forgetting about that? So
yeah, kind of.
It didn't feel very conclusive altogether. You know what I mean? Where everything was kind of knocked down.
I guess they killed the 7th Cavalry, right? I think.
Oh yeah, all the leaders were vaporized. Yeah.
Yeah, the leaders were vaporized. Dr. Manhattan, I mean, he kind of really didn't do anything. They brought him in cool. I think episode 8 was the best of the season. Yeah,
that's when they're giving the whole backstory on how he met Angela. That was a great episode.
Yeah,
that episode, hands down. But that's the thing. I can't rate the whole show based off one episode. Because till that moment, I was watching it to watch it.
The other. I liked episode 8 because the action was good. Like when she goes outside and she's like shooting them and shooting the 7th Cavalry. Like that was really.
That was a great episode. Yeah.
That was like really good. The other ones there's not that much action. There's not really a lot of action. I thought it would be a little more action. She wasn't really a lot of Night Sister. She was kind of more like just Angela Abar.
Yeah.
Like wasn't a lot of Night Sister. I think it was like the first 2.
That was it. Yeah.
Like.
I feel like
because
the tone.
I kind of like the first 2, like when they're like breaking down the 7th Cavalry, like getting them all together.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's the thing. The tone of the show, it was like one thing at first.
It changed after a while.
Then it got super grand.
Because I like the looking. Was it Looking Glass?
Looking Glass.
He was cool with the way he tortures people. Like when he interrogates them, he kind of like posts those
But
images,
then Agent Blake comes in and just like makes fun of it.
And that's it.
And it's like
they stop using it.
Yeah, and then Looking Glass kind of just becomes a different character
midway
when he gets caught by the cavalry.
Yeah,
they trick him.
Yeah, I thought he was.
He's always been so smart.
I thought he's seen the first 2 or 3 episodes. He felt like he was like the smart guy, and then they kind of made him like really dumb when he goes into the building on his own.
Yeah, and then he gets caught. It was problematic just to set up that plot point of they're on to him, and we find out that the senator is in there.
Yeah, because the first 3 or I think it was the first 3 or 2 like because it was kind of cool the action. How they're sneaking in, getting all the 7th Cavalry, like they're rallying them all up. I thought all that was good. I was like, okay, I'm fine with it. This is cool.
Yeah.
And they kind of just went away from that, and I don't know.
And then it just became like.
And then
bigger.
Episode 4 and 5, it was about.
That's when she takes the pills.
When they kill Judd, they kill the sheriff. They don't really go into that, only for a little bit.
Then we get into the grandfather.
That takes the pills, this backstory, and then...
I thought that was cool, the whole nostalgia pills.
I like the backstory stuff. That was really good. It was done well.
I thought it was a little long.
It was a little too long.
I don't know if it was... Maybe not that it was a little long. Maybe it was a little boring at times.
It was.
I don't know.
Like after a while, I was invested. I was like, okay, I kind of get He's Hooded Justice already. Like
there was some time. Yeah, maybe it was a little dragged on too much. I thought the action scenes were cool for it and everything.
Yeah, that was good.
How they set it up, but after a while, I was like, okay, I get it. He's
Hooded Justice.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, and then after that, then it just goes, and then we kind of just forget about the chief being murdered.
And then because Dr. Manhattan comes in.
Yeah, it gets bigger than that.
I don't know. I feel like I can't remember episode 5 and 6. What happens in 5 and 6?
5, I think, is
the pill thing.
Oh, right? All the flashbacks and everything.
And
4 was.
It's hard for me to remember some of these episodes.
Yeah.
Because like some of them, because
the show's not very memorable for a while until the later episodes.
I don't remember the last 2, because I think the last 2 was only like really like okay, like they're good.
Yeah.
Even though I did feel like episode 9, it didn't. I expected
it didn't feel like a finale.
Finale.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a finale.
I never when it finished, I was like, oh wait, that's it. Like what? That's it? Like, it's over?
It didn't feel like they got into everything.
I was like, man, this Manhattan guy, he has, like, these god powers. He's kind of like a lazy sack of shit.
Yeah, well, he was constrained in the...
Yeah, but
when he was fighting and he has to accept it. Like he already knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. You can't like.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he can't mess with that or something. I don't know. That's something always with the.
He was kind of lazy with his powers.
Yeah, he's always been like that.
Even the grandfather mentioned, he could have done more.
Yeah, that's like the point, though, you know. And then, I mean, we should talk about, I guess, the finale, like the big moment. I never understood the squid thing. I understand, like, okay, I broke them down, but if it's breaking down this $40 billion machine that consumes atomic material,
it's going into the energy thing.
No, but it destroyed it. Like it went through it.
Yeah, because the energy thing blew up. No, his power thing exploded.
No, yeah, but the thing that consumes it, the actual machine.
No, but I don't think it was break. I think it was.
No, it broke it. Like, and then it fell and it made it collapse.
No, but I thought it blew up. I thought
it fell.
I thought the energy thing was what made it blow up and collapse.
No, like the squid was what started poking through it.
I mean, yeah, it went through her hand.
Yeah, and it went through the machine. The machine started collapsing, then it blew up. But if it was going through that, but you had Angela running with like a little thing, like a little cover for her head, but then it was breaking through like windshields and other thing, and it was like killing people.
No, but it didn't break the cop's roof though, only the windshield.
But that's what I'm saying. But then it broke this $40 billion.
It's made out of glass.
$40 billion. You know what? So that's the thing. It left me with a lot of those like kind of logical questions where you kind of have to just leave it. But I was like, do I really believe this? You know, I'm all for like the squid thing, but
it just ended so like.
That was it. Yeah, that was the ending. Yeah.
And Agent Blake arrested him. Yeah, sure, he killed 3 million people. But it's like
he saved humanity.
Yeah, but he did it because it was going to be a nuclear war.
Yeah, so it was either that or let humanity die. And I thought that was already established. They mentioned it a couple of times. And then she arrests him, but not... What about Will and that whole... Like, they're fine? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, she's like in... Where are they, in Alaska or something?
Antarctica or something.
Yeah, when he teleports
them. But that's why he was like, seriously? You know? And then he saved them now from from extinction again. Or, you know, being overthrown.
No, he saved from the villain gang.
Which would have been terrible. You know, so it's like, but you're really gonna arrest him?
I thought the ending was cool. Like she becomes Dr. Manhattan, but at the same time, it's like you just destroy it.
That's what I thought.
So no one gets it.
That's what I thought. When you know the tease, like the reveal that he put it in the egg. He put it
leading
to their first date and all that.
What I did like about the show was it does leave a lot of little like hidden messages a lot in the episodes.
It teases what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like in episode 8, he's like, oh, like while you're in the pool, oh, it's important for later.
Yeah, that she's gonna walk in the pool.
And the egg.
It sets all that up fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, when she eats the egg, I was like, really? I thought the logical thing would be to just throw it away. Like maybe nobody should have this power. Maybe it's too much power. What makes her capable of having that much power?
And
if Dr. Manhattan didn't do anything,
like outlive her kids.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing.
Why would you want to do that?
That's the thing. Like, I always thought he had the power. He didn't use it well.
He was lazy with it.
Then you're gonna have someone who shouldn't have the power because they weren't gonna be using it well.
Honestly, I wouldn't even want Dr. Manhattan's power. The fact that you're living in like all these timelines at the same time, it's kind of like...
Yeah, no, it's just too much power for a regular person, you know?
Because what do you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, you can clean the air. You can do literally like whatever you want.
Yeah.
He's the most powerful.
So that's why I was like, really? Like, she takes it? I thought she was gonna like destroy it, meaning like, you know, no person should be a god. Like, that's just, you know, I don't know. I thought it was gonna have some more of like that.
Yeah, because now someone else is gonna...
Now she takes it and it's like, yeah, so... You know, she's Dr. Manhattan now, guys, and it's like...
Yeah, but now someone else is going to want to take her power and do it like a machine and try to absorb it like the Senator and...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
The Senator, I kind of like knew he was part of it, like from the start.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this guy is like part of it.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of obvious.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't like that too much.
Yeah.
Maybe it's part of some sort of novel, or I don't know.
I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, it's like, but in the moment, I want to be like, yeah, but I can have all the power, but then
I didn't like it too much because it's like, wait, what makes her capable of having that power?
Yeah,
Dr. Manhattan had it. He didn't use it well. People knew that.
He was lazy.
And then this lady was about to get it, the villain, and she was going to be evil. Like she was just going to be like a dictator or something. Like, why should you... Wouldn't the right thing be to just destroy it? Like nobody has it.
I don't know how it works. Because does it just come back to power or something? I don't know.
No, like he could transfer it, but that's it.
Yeah, because I know that Adrian Voight. He said that's only to a worthy adversary. That's what he says. That's like I never. He says it in episode 9 when he's doing like he's about to send the squids. He's like, oh, like something like the power, something with the worthy, like someone who's worthy of it or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Because I don't know because
the villain was about to get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know.
But
I don't know how I feel.
I would just.
I can see it being as like a cool moment, like, oh yeah, she's gonna be Dr. Manhattan now. But at the same time,
speaking, it doesn't make sense.
Like symbolically and everything is like, what makes her the one to have that? Nobody should have that power. That should be. I thought she was gonna
outlive her kids.
It's kind of like in
I don't think she wants to we want to watch because I think you live forever, right? Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, like you're just everywhere. Yeah. Unless you die, like you see your death, but you just know it.
Because I don't know because this Dr. Manhattan guy, he was alive for a while.
Yeah. So
because it's the same one from the movie. But
they didn't really explain what happened to him, and because he was in love with Agent Blake in the movies.
He got tired of the white girl.
But they never got into what happened. Like, so he just fell in love with
Agent Blake. She had a blue dildo.
So. But
it's kind of funny how he just walked out with his cock out.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's literally with his cock out. Like that's it. Like he just walks.
Ultimate dominance.
That's like it was with a center. Oh, like it's a overkill.
That's just overkill.
That's just overkill, baby. Hey, because like that's like you have all the power. Your cock is out. No one can stop me now.
Yeah, nobody. Look at my cock. Yeah, basically. I don't know, but they didn't. I thought they would explain what happened to him and Blake because she was still like in love with him, I guess.
She called him John. And stuff.
Yeah, but then
he kind of didn't care.
He just like, oh, I'm with her now.
I mean, I guess we had to watch the movie to see.
Yeah, because they were in love, but then he left to Mars because things I guess didn't work out.
Because I think in the movie it was a little bit more. I think wasn't he evil in the movie?
Not necessarily.
Like didn't he destroy some things, destroy stuff.
I guess he was still coming to terms with it. I don't remember, though. I don't remember. All I know is that he was definitely in love with her, and they mentioned that here. But when does he just not love her anymore and falls in love with Angela? Like it's stuff like that it's like we should know this. At least give us. I thought we were gonna find that out when he was there and Blake was there, and but they didn't really go into that. It just kind of kept going with the story.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you give this show? Like, what rating would you give it?
A rating? I mean, I don't know. Because the first few episodes, I was kind of like, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I was like, man, I don't know.
We kind of had to. At least for me, I kind of had to push through. I was pushing. I was watching it, but I was like, okay, let's just watch another. I was trying to see when it would get interesting.
I would have liked a little more Night Sister. More action.
A little bit more of the vigilantes.
I would have liked more of the vigilantes than the 7th Cavalry. I kind of I liked the first few episodes where it was them being brutal. Like, oh, you guys kill our chief. Now we're gonna fuck you guys up. We're gonna go to you guys.
But it was more about the vigilante side of it. The masks but then it stopped being that. It kind of became this drama about
I don't know.
Them her grandfather and the Cyclops, the KKK, and the 7th Cavalry. So there was no more vigilante hero stuff.
Yeah, it kind of. The movie had a lot of different tones. It kind of really.
There was tones that was kind of trying to be fun with the fighting. You remember, in some scenes, and then other scenes it was I don't know. I think it started off. It had me interested. I was okay.
I was because I really liked the part where calling the Night Sister, calling Looking Glass. Having go and do the
I thought that was I was interested there. I was like, okay, this story's gonna get somewhere. Let's see. This is interesting.
Yeah.
But then we don't see any more of that. It's not. That's why it's Watchmen, but it doesn't really feel like it. I feel like they're just using the name.
Yeah, and I would like a little more action. I mean, there's action
with the vigilantes
but I want more with the vigilantes.
They could have done more with that, but it kind of became more of a drama.
And the 7th Cavalry, their whole point was to get Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's it. I was like, oh, that's it. That's grand.
And I don't have a problem with drama. I think drama is great, but I don't know. It's like Watchmen. I was expecting Night Sister with her outfit, the way she was pretty cool.
She was.
But then I was like, it kind of became more of this drama about the 7th Cavalry and being a white guy in America, and I was like, oh, but I don't know. I was
Looking Glass when he was like, oh, like take him to the mirror room or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like Looking Glass interrogating him.
That was cool. That was cool.
I was like, okay, this guy.
That's why he was always super like clever and smart.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, he's like,
oh shit!
Let me go by myself and get caught. I was like, really? Yeah. I don't know.
And that lube dude, the lube man.
Which one? No.
The guy with the lube who would like slide.
Oh yeah, he was like in that 30-second with lube, and then that was it.
Yeah.
He was following her or something.
Yeah, I just kind of forgot about that.
That's the thing. There's some stuff with this show. I'm like,
but this show's
does
a one
nobody
and done.
catch this?
I think the show's a one and done. I don't think because they never planned a season 2, and I don't think they should because now she's Dr. Manhattan. No one can stop her.
Yeah, that's it.
So what's the? She knows what's gonna happen. No, he says when you eat like the egg or whatever, like he can transfer his atomic.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what that means. Like, does that mean
his power? I guess.
But like, is it all his power?
I don't know.
Is that like kills people? Like the hands?
Oh, I'm sure of that. Yeah, I'm sure of that.
And
yeah.
does she see the future?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Or I don't know.
But she absorbs his power, so we would assume that it's that.
Yeah, because I don't know. Is it the full power? Like she's like Dr. Manhattan, like she's glowing
If he
blue.
says that, yeah, I can transfer my atomic, which means
a certain
that's what
type?
the villains wanted. They wanted them to transfer his power.
And the
so
villains want him because he can. Yeah,
she'll end up having his power, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess right.
I don't know. I would have liked because when you watch the movie, it's like that's straight like.
Yeah, but that's like a noir type film, right?
That's the graphic novel. This is set 30 years after
the
that.
mask, the 7 Cavalry mask is the guy from Watchmen.
It's Rorschach's. Yeah, the Rorschach's mask. Yeah.
I wonder.
But they just did it just to. That's the thing. It just feels like if it's just to like show you that it's Watchmen.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Because even in the show,
I feel like they got the name Watchmen,
and they just applied it to this.
But I feel like it didn't feel like Watchmen to me.
It's Watchmen, but it's 30 years after. That's what the creator said. He's like, I'm not adapting the novel or the movie. I'm just setting it at 30 years after that.
Yeah, so it sounds his own thing. It's just like a own.
Because I remember something. I was reading this article that he wanted to David Lindelof. He wanted to do a show about the KKK or something like that with HBO, but it never really got through. And then this show came out, and then I was like, oh, maybe he just applied it here. I was like, okay. But yeah, that's the thing. I feel like it has Watchmen elements and little Easter eggs, and it throws back to like the movie and the graphic, but it doesn't feel like Watchmen. Like the masks are there, but there's no vigilantes fighting each other.
Like the show is solid. It's well done, and I was really invested. In the first few, like the first 3, I'll say. I think the first 3. No, the first 4. I'll say the first 4.
I don't know. The first two, I was like, okay, let's see where this is going. I'm interested. But after when we were halfway, I was like, oh man, I don't like. I already knew where it was going. I was like, I'm not interested.
I think the first. I don't remember. I think that was the first 3 or first 2. I was like, okay, this is. Like I kind of like the style. Okay, you want to do this whole like race war? And kind of like the cops against. Like like that was kind of cool with the vigilantes. You have your vigilantes. You have all that stuff.
Yeah,
that was cool, but it kind of went away from that, and it kind of I don't know where they went with it. I feel like they tried like different tones.
Yeah,
and they were established one tone.
Yeah,
and there's not really a lot of action midway. Like I think like 5. I think the pill episode, like when she takes the pills, you have that action.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like Night Sister action. I want to see more Night Sister. I want to see more of that. Yeah, she was cool. But she kind of just becomes like Angela Abar.
Yeah. That's why I was like, but this doesn't feel like Watchmen.
Yeah, they kind of forgot about that.
It's just set 30 years after it, but like.
And the finale wasn't, I mean.
It was a little underwhelming.
I thought it was going to be like epic. I thought it was going to be a massive battle.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they kind of just...
She doesn't even fight as Night Sister.
Doesn't wear a costume.
Nothing. Yeah, what would you rate this show?
I don't know.
I'm between a 7 or an 8.
I don't know.
But
I'm trying to think.
I'm feeling a 7.
I really like the twist with Dr. Manhattan because I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
So that was because I was like, man, this guy's like a little bitch. He doesn't do anything. He's just like sidelined.
Yeah.
Like what's his point? So but I liked how he was. I think that's why
he was the grand.
That's why he was always with the kids because he's Dr. Manhattan. The guy can really do what he wants. I like that twist. I like the twist like with the Void guy, like he planned everything and how he dropped the squid and stuff to stop the nuclear war. I thought that was good.
But that's basically
I like
it.
That. Yeah.
That's it. The whole show, I was kind of like, okay, let's see where this is going. That's why the first 2 episodes I was interested. When we hit episode 4,
because it had action, and
the Night Sister.
And I feel like there was tension building, but it just stopped the tension.
About the chief being murdered, and then they were all with their masks, and it was about the cops and like their guns being locked, and it could only be approved by the authority.
Yeah.
And they all had masks, and the vigilantes. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then it just turned into this whole other show.
And how the cops are getting more brutal because they killed their chiefs. Now the cops want to fire back at the cavalry.
That was all great. I was like, okay, this is cool.
I feel like the tension was getting really high, and he just stopped it.
It was a simpler story, too, though. It was a simpler story about the chief being murdered.
I feel like the grandfather stuff. I liked the whole pill episode, but I feel like they shouldn't have put that.
I think what hurt the show was the other villain, the daughter, the clone. Yeah. I think when she came in,
it threw off the tone.
They tried to go bigger when maybe they should have gone into more about Angela being set up. And her being arrested, what now?
Like, I feel like the grandfather. Okay, like you keep the grandfather. He kills Judd. She covers it up. She gets accused, whatever.
Keep the 7th Cavalry story about them getting Manhattan.
Yeah, she kind of has to because the cops don't know who they are. The cops don't know who each other are. So
yeah,
I guess,
and then. I think if you take out that villain, the other girl, the cloner, the one that clones everybody,
the billionaire.
If you take her out, because she had the bigger, more I had the big overall evil story.
I'm the big bad.
Yeah, if you take her out, keep it about the 7th Cavalry
and how they want to get Dr. Manhattan,
because that's what the Will backstory is all about. Her grandfather. It's about how the 7th Cavalry came to be and the Cyclops. So that's all intact, but the one that's kind of out of nowhere
was her.
Was the what's her name? I can't.
I don't know. Is it? I don't remember. I don't remember.
The Asian villain.
I just call her the billionaire girl.
The billionaire. When she comes in, she has her own thing, and she's like the daughter of Adrian Veidt and all that. So and that's how he gets out. That fine, but
I think it should have been more about the 7th Cavalry and the fact of how the tension was building. There's a race war. And it's getting between the cops and them, right? And you can keep the grandfather stuff. I think you take out that billionaire girl.
Yeah, but if you take her out, that probably means you have to take out Adrian.
Well, yeah, his force is useless. He doesn't do anything. He's just on a planet with clones.
And then he just stops
That's it.
The ending with the squid. That's basically his.
So you take out Adrian Veidt because he was kind of honestly, I didn't really care about his character.
Yeah, no.
He does nothing.
Yeah.
His
scenes kind of annoyed me.
I was kind of annoyed.
I was like, okay, can we get through with it?
I get it. You're with clones. Whatever. Do what you want with the clones.
He was just meant for the ending.
Yeah.
To stop the big bad.
I was expecting a bigger tease. I was something big with that character. And they was kind of I don't really care about this character.
Yeah.
I didn't care about him. So you take out the Voight, you take out the billionaire girl, you keep Dr. Manhattan with that twist.
Maybe keep it more grounded, yeah.
I think it should have been more grounded in a sense with the 7th Cavalry and the police. Because I felt like the tension was really building.
Yeah.
And they paused it.
And that was it.
And I think it should have been then trying to get Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been really cool.
Then you go more into the Looking Glass being...
The Looking Glass and how he had to churn and...
It could have been more about that. Yeah.
Yeah, when Judd...
Because even that was kind of brushed off when he got... They didn't even show the scene where he killed them all. They just kind of oh yeah, he killed them and he escaped, you know?
Yeah, they should have showed that. I don't know why.
So that's the thing, I think...
They should have... kept it more grounded in that sense.
The show detoured a little bit.
I think you take out the Adrian Veidt.
Yeah, Veidt or something.
And the billionaire girl. And you keep the twist of Dr. Manhattan, Looking Glass, the grandpa, Angela, and the 7th Cavalry.
Yeah.
I like that was a good tension, and they kind of paused it, and the show kind of went a different turn.
And that was it.
Yeah, because you can keep the pill episode.
Yeah, because you still find out. But that's actually backstory you needed about the Minuteman that became Cyclops, that became 7th Cavalry, etc.
Yeah.
But the
billionaire girl kind of sidetracked the whole show for me.
Yeah. It slowed down the other stuff.
I felt she's there, and it's kind of okay. What is your what's your plan here? I really don't care about your plan.
Yeah, I didn't really care for her either.
I didn't care about her character.
Even with the twist,
I didn't really buy her character.
Even with the twist of her being the daughter, I was like, oh. Okay.
I wasn't really that
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I would give this. I think I'm gonna give this a 7.
I think I'll give it a 7. I was gonna give it an 8, but
I'm feeling a 7.
But I'm thinking about it, and because the first I want to say like 3. I'll say the first 3. I can't between like 3 or 4.
For me, it's like the first 2.
But I think like the first 3 were when they were breaking down the doors and like rallying them all up.
That was like the first 2, I think, for me.
No, it wasn't.
3 is when Blake comes in, and that's when
really?
it started falling through for me. I was like,
Yeah, but Blake,
I eat good guys for breakfast.
Yeah,
and she's like, oh. I was like, oh.
And I saw that. That's like, wow, that's the.
I was like, really? That's so on the nose.
That's
yeah.
so pushy.
I was like, come on. You
I
can do better than
didn't
that.
like Blake. She's another character. She doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I like really like what is she?
Again,
she
but
do?
because it was supposed to go more about her trying to find out who killed the chief,
And that went away.
and they brushed that to the
And
side,
then she tells Judd's wife, and then the wife just confesses to everything.
and then to trap her.
And I love the fact that she's pressing the buttons and not doing anything, and she's just sitting there
No,
looking
that
at
was.
her.
She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" That was funny, yeah.
And
So again, but that was
the finale
sidetracked.
was kind of like lame for me.
Yeah.
I like the final shot, even though I still think she should have just destroyed the power. I don't think no one should have the power.
Yeah.
Just because, like,
That would have just made more sense.
that made more sense, because why would you have the power now?
Yeah.
I just don't get that.
Yeah.
And don't you, like, I don't know if you live forever, but
I don't know.
you become a god at that point.
Yeah.
Or god. But I think this is a one and done. I don't think they should do
That's
another
what they're
one.
saying. That's what they're saying.
Because the creator always thought of one season, and I don't think you could push a season 2.
No.
Because
Without it being the same story again.
Plus, considering
They're all
knows,
destroyed. Yeah.
yeah, they're all destroyed. So I don't know where you can take the show. And she's Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. People were saying they should just do like what they did with this show, wait a long time, and then bring it back again with a fresh take on it.
Of what?
I don't know. It's like a rinse and repeat thing. That's the thing. I don't know. I would give this a 7.
Yeah, I was looking at it, but I was
I was gonna force myself to give it an 8, but I was like, I wasn't like the first 2 episodes. I was interested, then I lost interest till episode like 8 or 7.
No,
when,
eight. I think A is the best.
when
one.
we find out about Dr. Manhattan, that whole episode about how he met her.
And
great episode.
Because the way they handled the whole like time stuff was really well.
They set it up, and by the end of the episode, when he gets killed or he gets sucked in, and that was perfect. That was great. But I can't.
I felt
that's one episode.
Underwhelmed. I felt like underwhelmed. Like I thought it was gonna be a bigger finale with Dr. Manhattan.
That's the thing. Cause that episode was
Calvary.
great. So I was like, man, maybe this can have like one of those cool, great endings. Because that was the only episode that really got me like, oh wow.
Because episode 8, the way it ends,
that was a great episode.
Because the way they did the whole like action. Because I was thinking it was like one take
editing,
for a little bit. It was like done in one take for a little bit.
Yeah.
Her shooting the people.
That and the editing between the time periods and how he talked, that was great. But then episode 9, I was like, oh, that's it. So it just it made it average.
Yeah, like
for
episode
me.
8 was really good. Episode 8 was really.
That was the best episode. Yeah,
that was
best
that was really good. But then and the name is cool too. How a god walks into a bar, like a god walks into a bar. That was pretty cool. But the first 2 or 3,
I liked how they showed the name of the episodes too. That was clever.
Yeah.
It's just in the show already.
Yeah,
cool.
they kind of took like from like a Mr. Robot.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. This is a 7 for me.
At first, I was invested. I liked the tension between the cops and Seven Cavalry. It was building, and then they kind of paused it and then took it on a turn.
For the bigger story.
I think the Adrian Voight guy should have not been the show.
Maybe that was just for fans.
Yeah. But
maybe there was some stuff
his
just
story
for
I didn't really, like, it didn't make any sense for me. I didn't really care. I guess the show where he was at after the movie.
Yeah, he would slow down the show for me a little bit. Like with the music.
And take out the $1 billion girl.
Yeah, the billionaire.
And you keep it more about the Seven Cavalry, the grandpa.
Maybe it should have been more grounded.
I think more grounded. This could I would have liked a lot more and a little more action. I was a little disappointed.
But if you had the story simpler like that,
more vigilante stuff,
more vigilante.
Watchmen.
Because I thought Night Sister was really cool.
She was. Her costume was cool. I liked her costume.
Yeah.
And Looking Glass, they kind of made him dumbed him down a little bit.
Yeah, he started off good, and then
he started I was like, oh man, this guy's he's
badass, yeah.
And then his style was cool, like he's like.
But like when Agent Blake comes in, they just kind of like.
Yeah, she went, like what is this? Like a little remote, and you show him. She makes fun of him, and that's it. It's over.
And then he kind of becomes this dumb character.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like Agent Blake.
Yeah, this is a 7.
She was too much for me.
This is a 7 for me. I personally think it's overhyped.
I think it was.
I don't think it's a bad show.
It was solid.
It was solid show.
But I think it should be more grounded. I think, I really think that the villain, the second villain, the $1 billion girl, I think she hurt the show a little bit. Just the fact that it kind of
too many things going on.
Things
because you have the 7th Cavalry, then you have her, Then you have the Adrian guy in the moon that has to, you know.
God, I don't know what the point that was.
And then you kind of have the Blake and Angela beef going on there, you know, about who's.
And they didn't really solve that much.
They didn't solve the murder. Well, we know who it was, how it was done, but they don't.
Why Blake?
Except Angela.
And Blake. And Looking Glass.
So, it is a 7 for me.
It's a 7. It's a 7.
Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah,
it's a solid show.
It's a solid show. I was a little disappointed. I mean, the hype level.
And the ending was kind of like this. I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I was like, eh.
Yeah, it's just a cool shot. Like
the hype level for the show. That's why I was like, really? Like this is.
I mean, it does kind of leave it open.
I'm still heavy on Mr. Robot. To me,
no,
that show I think is one of the best shows in a while.
I think it's best show of the year.
Best show of the year, and it's up there with Breaking Bad. Like I'd have to. Breaking Bad is longer, so it has the advantage there. But man, Mr. Robot, like that show to me. It's on USA Network, and I think that show changes because you see what the shows that are on USA and they're shitty, but that show is the caliber and the different influences that Sam Esmail has and how he applies it to his show and all his different tastes.
Yeah.
That show to me right now, Breaking Bad is already years ago. This is one of the best shows up there. Like I saw this show and I was like. Well done, solid show, but it's not revolutionary. It's not this like
groundbreaking thing.
And maybe I don't know if we're the only ones. I don't know. So, you guys, if you're watching or listening, let us know if you agree or disagree.
I like Nice Sister. I thought Regina King did great.
Oh yeah,
she did really good. She did really good. I really liked her character.
She really sold her and the Dr. Manhattan stuff. That was great. You feel the chemistry there.
Yeah,
very good chemistry.
She did really good. She did really good. But the show's solid, but it's not that like, oh my god, like everyone needs to watch it.
I don't see it. It's
kind of whatever. I was kind of like whatever about it. I think it was overhyped.
Extremely overhyped.
It was overhyped. I think people are overhyping it, and it's kind of it's a solid.
If you love it, that's great.
Yeah,
I was trying to love it too. I was watching it, trying to really just like, what is it that everybody is
seeing?
And I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, guys. So if you agree with us or disagree, please let us know in the comment section or anywhere. Just let us know. It's a lot of fun talking about this, and we want to know what you guys think and as you're listening or watching. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. It means a lot. If you guys enjoy this type of stuff, we want to keep doing more. Leave a like or a dislike if you disagree. Maybe you love the show and don't agree with our take on it. If you're listening, thank you so much for listening as always. Leave a review or rate us on iTunes or any of the other. We're on all the podcast platforms. So thank you guys so much again for watching and for listening. We're going to review tomorrow. We finally beat Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. We're going to have a Star Wars-esque episode. So we're going to review Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and just kind of give our anticipating thoughts on Rise of Skywalker since that's coming out Thursday. We're going to be watching that Thursday and Friday, and we're probably going to review it Friday night. So we'll have that up right away. And then we got Mandalorian. This is like a Star Wars week.
Yeah.
Because we just beat Jedi Fallen Order, then we got Mandalorian, then we got Rise of Skywalker twice.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, let's see. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to have more for you this week. So we're going to have like 5-6 episodes in a week. So hope you guys enjoy all of them. Thank you so much.